Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition, where I took a little bit closer look at the later stages of the game. I had forgotten that Frostback Basin is part of a DLC, just the same as Deep Roads. So what's probably going to happen is I'm going to play through the Emerald Graves, then Emperor de Leon, then the Hissing Wastes, then back into the Deep Roads from where I had started already, then Frostback Basin, then Wicked Hearts, Wicked Minds, and continue the storyline till the end, then Trespasser, which honestly just feels like a lot of work when I spell it out, especially considering I've already been playing this game for over 50 hours. But if there's any consistent criticism for this game, it's that it's bloated with open areas. It's just so bloated with these big open worlds that it feels like there's less story content because of it. Despite the fact that, like, you look at Dragon Age Origins, and Dragon Age Origins had a lot of linear paths of, like, many fights back to back to back. Like, you go through those Deep Roads, you go through that Fade for a long while. But at the very least, it did feel more like there was a specific direction, as opposed to wandering, rambling direction. For now, though, let's go summon the War Council, talk to them again. Heck, I didn't even mention the multiple times I'd probably have to wander around the Skyhold to talk to everybody. But that's probably assumed. I also spent the money to increase our Inquisition status. Let's see. Yes, we want this one. I think. I think this does the thing that I think it does. I'm hoping it increases the number of our potions from 8 to 12. Oh, damn it. Actually, no, this is fine. That was not what I intended to do. Yep, I'm at 12. Excellent. That will definitely make future conflicts a little bit easier to deal with, simply because I've been running on 8 potions for the longest time, and have been managing with that. Are you not done yet? 12 more minutes, okay.
Let's see what we have.
All right, let's
Inquisitor.
do more of that. And then on to the next thing. I think I might actually swing by the Fallow Mire for a little bit. Clean up a little bit of activities over there, so... Alright, there's a windmill over here that we can claim for the Inquisition. Because why wouldn't they want a windmill inside a dire swamp? Old windmill. This sturdy windmill appears old, but well kept. You have found the old windmill. It is old and also a windmill. Wow. Amazing. Fantastic. Alright. Let's head southwest, see if there's also a locked door here, so I'm wondering what the purpose is to the locked door. Also, I need to find and kill, like, a couple, like, undead to get some diseased flesh so that I can finally clear out this requisition and never get another requisition for this area. Alright, this area is probably nothing, but at the very least, it's...
There must be something here.
Never mind. If Cassandra thinks there's something here, there might be. But it's like off to the side, and Like, there's nothing that really special listed about it. Nope. Okay, we don't need to read about Casper the Magnificent. Bottle of Thetis Dragon Piss. The name is probably figurative, but no one knows for sure. I'm sure the person who bottles the dragon piss knows for sure. Ellie, not safe in village. Gin says saw horned monsters in fog near castle. Uncle and I are moving supplies to Granite Point. Come back for you and your mother once we make camp. Be safe. You're the only cousin I've got left. Like, if he had other cousins left, then he'd be like, you know, there are other cousins available. But you're the last one, so. Let's see, it also looks like there's probably something over there as well. Alright, we at least found this last region in the mire. It's interesting how many areas are just kind of like offshoots you don't really need to explore. But then again, these enemies are constantly respawning bad guys I don't really need to fight. I'm just hoping that one or two of them are kind enough to drop some diseased flesh. Actually, you know, let's not skip past this. This is kind of interesting. We got this kind of little, like, series of Stonehenge gates to pass through. Probably leads to a landmark. The final landmark in the area, if I had to guess. But there's still the locked castle in the southwest corner. Oh, hello. It's a bear. Uncle, I was hiding supplies above the rocks when I heard voices from the windmill to the west. It was the horned men again. There's more of them now. I have to see if anyone's still left alive in the village. I'm sorry, but I swear I will be careful. Lewis. And then he was killed by the bear. I claimed this statue in the middle of the swamp for the Inquisition. Granite Point. Some statues in the fallow mire are of Avar origin. It amused Ban Hargrove to bring them back from her conquests in the hills and plant them outside her home, the way a gardener might transplant flowers. The Ban entertained in visiting nobles by giving tours of the statues, regaling her guests with dark tales of Avar superstitions, which she mostly made up on the spot. So she was an asshole. I got it. It's interesting how much of this area is just kind of like unused by story. Like, you can explore it if you want, but if you don't, you're still not necessarily going to be missing anything. Like, you might be missing on that medium hunter armor. Alright, there's actually stuff already over here. Garl Balg's Backcountry Reserve. Likely dropped to avoid seizure by authorities, or because of seizure due to drinking it. Garl Bog only brewed from 874 to 892 blessed, killed when the vapors in his beard spontaneously combusted. Helen, I won't be in tonight. Rupert said he had a surprise for me. He teased me by saying Lady Peasley, which he always does when he's trying to impress me by pretending he's not impressing me. Don't tell Mum where I am. I made fresh porridge in the red pot for both of you. I'll care for her tomorrow, I promise. Lucia. And that story went somewhere? Alright, let's just cross this lake for some reason. We're trying still to get the diseased flesh to drop by somebody. But also, I apparently have not been to this hut over here. So might as well do that. And look, they're fighting a bear! No, a boar. A bog fisher. Not a bog fisher. Ah.
One down.
Several bog fishers, a whole slew of bog fishers out here. Alright, almost there at the diseased tissue mark. And then once we get that elixir together, we will forget about requisitions in the fallow mire. Ah, the last of the diseased tissue. At least that's done. Now, as for this locked door, I wonder if I missed something on my way in. Also, the door is now open. Has the door always been open? I've already been here. Never mind. There is a fine hands, deft tools spot, which I thought I already unlocked. It just never got erased from the map, for some reason. Well, let's go take a look at it at the very least. Maybe I didn't unlock it? Maybe I went up to it and... Yep, it's there. Most mysterious. Alright. So we are now officially done... Well, now once I turn this in, we will officially be done with this area. Let's see, where do I need... Where do I even get sad splinters? Complete 20 requisition requests in one playthrough. I did way too many requisition requests in this playthrough, I would say. All right, back to the Emerald Graves. We are going to go to here and travel west to Erin's Lodge. All right, I'm guessing Erin's Lodge is this kind of like house at the top of this hill, blocked off by all of these trees with giant roots, constantly getting in the way. Deal with Chevalier Auguste. I'm barred from that side. I can't open that door. I can't open that door. Ah, this looks like the front door. Luckily, there's one guy guarding the front door. This guy.
One down.
Get your men out on the roads and hunt down those Inquisition bastards. We're losing the Emerald Graves. Have you forgotten what we're fighting for? Everything we do for our future and for Orlais. Oh, they got reinforcements. A lot of reinforcements. Sarah, heal yourself. Thank you. That shouldn't be an afterthought. We have 12 potions now. Villa Morale's taken. Maleficent's gone. We're losing our grip. What now? The men are starting to balk, talking about giving up. I mean, you should give up. You know, that's something I've already complained about a lot of times, that you never really see the idea of too much. When Samson made this deal, we promised you the Dales if you could hold them and keep the roads open for our supplies. Too difficult a concept to grasp, I see. Enough of your fumbling. The Red Templars will deal with the Inquisition. Are we getting these letters in real time? So, like, a lot of the time, like, you'll be fighting bad guys in any game, and you'll, like, kill loads upon loads of them. But there's always that one last bad guy who runs in, and he's like, I'm gonna get you. Like, despite the fact that you dealt with, the entire contingent yourself. Like, this guy's gonna be like, I'm gonna be the one that deals the Inquisitor the death blow. And now it's like, you know, maybe we should give up. Like, maybe the Inquisition's a bit much for us. Are you sure about that one? I mean, technically yes, but we're not after your freedom, we're only after your lives. Which, I mean, you won't have much freedom if you're dead. So... I mean, you're technically right. All right, we did it. There we go. Absence. I'm aware how to spell it. This bottling reflects my wish that the current crop of beheaded self-styled cads would disappear. I preferred la fée verte as spirit, not affection. All right, we'll go back to them in just a second. For now, there's a couple of rifts nearby, so we'll actually go south towards that rift while we're here. Alright, this doesn't show itself as being like a path that would take me to the rift, but it's not a marked path. And it doesn't lead to space that I've already been before, so let's take a quick peek down here, see where it goes. Oh, hold on. I think I know the purpose of this path now. This is where the astrarium, that's the door the astrariums are going to unlock. So I'll just have to come back here later when that is done. For now, let us circle around to the rift. Actually, holy crap, that is a giant bear. And I need to fight bears for a reason. I forgot. Oh yeah, the Dalish wants me to bring, like, giant bear skin. No, oh geez, the level geometry. It is fighting me. Excellent. Oh, I got 8 great bear pelts out of that. I only needed 3. Fantastic. Yep. All right, we're here next to the astrarium because we diverted to fight the bear. So let's go over here, assemble a constellation. Hope it will be easy. Oh dear God. You know, actually, it does seem a little easy. The trick is figuring out... And then if I do this... Okay, it just looks more complicated than it actually is because of the gigantic amount of stars involved. Constellation Equinor, referred to as the Stallion in common parlance. The constellation Equinor has historically been depicted as either a rearing horse or a seated griffin. Some scholars speculate that the constellation's original image was that of a hala, which could indicate a deliberate supplantation of the constellation's original representation as Gillen 9, the elven goddess also known as Mother of the Hala. However, as horses had great significance to early Neromenian culture, from which the ancient Imperium descended, this speculation is largely considered unfounded. Alright. I appreciate that actually being easy, though appearing difficult. Though I suppose considering the horses have like an ending and like there are 2 paths you can only that have dead ends. Like there's no way that like one couldn't be the beginning and the other couldn't be the end. Son of a, you jerk. That's great there, Solus. But good to know. Like, where is it? Oh, I see it. Let us have Solus. Get rid of those 2. Alright, and we can close the rift. Fantastic. And let's activate this device for whatever it does. Is this only like an aesthetic device or like a plot device? Because I don't
ward off demons.
I don't really notice what it does in gameplay terms. Other than maybe give you extra power. Let's actually head northwest and also get Solus approval. Let's actually head northwest. How many health potions? We're still at 10, which is more health potions than we had before. Oh, thank you. Okay, we don't have to fight this great bear. Though that bear is, in fact, heading in the same direction we are, though actually not. Disengage, everybody. We're heading this way. Or actually, are we? We are actually heading in that direction. Never mind. That's where the smuggler letter is. We will work together with the enemy and defeat this great bear. And then, now we will kill them.
You don't think much of the Grey Wardens, Solas.
They are fools. A fact only amplified by Corypheus' meddling.
I am not blind to their failings, but Hawk and the Inquisitor are alive now
Because Stroud's actions define a single man. The Warden's insistence on tampering with forces they do not understand. That is what defines their order.
A single good apple on a rotten tree does not enable the whole. To Master Kells, the new client wants double the red lyrium shipped last time. The contact said it was for someone called Samson. I met him during the last trip. Got a Templar feel of him. Although the armor he wears doesn't look chantry, still his coin's good and he doesn't preach.
Another letter on the smugglers referring to Samson.
Alright, so let us actually start working our way north towards that campsite so we can unlock it. And we can close a couple rifts on our journey. That is the wrong button. That is stealth, not jump. Jump is A. The problem with playing a lot of different games, like I like to play a lot of different games. There are other channels that, other YouTube channels that just want to play one specific type of game. I think this is more of a streaming thing than a YouTube thing. But then, like on YouTube, there's also people who focus on one genre of game. I like to diversify. As much as I can. But this also means that... Ooh, hello. That there's still going to be overlap to a lot of the games I play. Which means that a lot of these games are going to have very similar controls. Not quite the same. Not quite different. But similar. And then you have games where, like, all of the controls are the same, except now the jump button is A and the use button is Y. All the controls are the same, except, like, actually Souls games are probably the best example of this. Simply because a large amount of them, a lot of those controls are very similar to each other. But like you go from Dark Souls 1 to Dark Souls 2, and the jump button is different. You go from Dark Souls 2 and the Dark Souls 3, the jump button has defaulted back to the Dark Souls 1 state, though you could modify it. So, like, there's always a very slight general confusion, especially if you're playing multiple of the same games at the same time. No, disengage. I'm trying to claim this for the... Who are you trying to fight? This Nug probably got fall damage. We don't have to fight it. It doesn't want to fight us. I claim this statue for the Inquisition. White Shadow. I camped beneath a large stone statue of a wolf not far off of the road. With the calm eyes of the great beast watching over me, I slept like a babe in arms. Which is not the best choice because it's just a statue. The statue is not going to protect you from giant bears. Huh. Alright, there are bad guys up and to the left. Defending something. Oh, never mind. That's just... Those are just wolves. Alright, I guess let's help out these allies.
That was too close.
Before we close this next rift, might as well do a good deed to assist the various people who are fighting the Freemasons? No. The freemen. Damn it, Trebek. All right. You can do that. You can them. I will go into stealth. That was a very easy rift. Relatively weak foes in this area. The Diary of Troilus Hertibus. The Great Mission, Day 1. Arrived in the Emerald Graves and located the first instance of the menace. Set up an observation area close by. This will allow for undisrupted study of the phenomenon. The Great Mission, Day 2. This particular example of the menace seems far less active than the one in Leeds. It pulsates at a rate of mere 427 times per hour. The sound of it here is a nagging drone, as opposed to the frantic whistling of the first one in town. As I recall, Sister Euphorbia described the noise as similar to one heard when forcing air from a leaky bellows. The Great Mission, Day 5. Ran out of Sister Euphorbia's honey loaves. Still have cheese, but spent yesterday foraging. Spotted another menace through the trees by the river. I can only describe it as stormy. It must be investigated further. For the mission to succeed, I must learn all I can. What on earth are you talking about? Oh, an ocularium. That is not the jump button. That is the stealth button. This is a problem. But you know, that's the thing. The first step to fixing a problem is admitting that you have a problem. By the way, the game in which jump button is Y is Fallout 76. Oh, so this is actually all the other shards in the area. There's only 13 shards in this region. 7 were discovered by the first Ocularium, and with 6 discovered by the second. I still need to return to the desert oasis to unlock the next door. All right, let's travel west to this camp, because that was our purpose in the first place, was to go over here and unlock it. Are you? Yes, you are. You guys are bad guys. I don't know what they were intending to infiltrate, but they are now dead. Sir Augusta is dead. If this continues, we'll lose everything we worked for. We must do something. Send all the men out, everyone who can fight. I'm heading to the Exalted Plains. There are still some freemen hiding out there. We can regroup. It's the previous area. Am I going to have to go and fight them in the Exalted Plains? All right, show me the letter. Oh, it's just a map. Okay, we don't care about those. All right, what are we gonna do? Let's get these 2 shards. So, all right, we've actually got a bunch of stuff going on over here. Oh, no. We've got a shard that is found. Probably another dead letter or map. Oh no, it's just a whole thing of ashes. My Robert died last week, victim to men who once wore the colors of our beloved Empress. His remains were buried as our chantry bids, and his last wish was to have his ashes were burned as our chantry bids, and his last wish was to have his ashes scattered on the plateau that overlooks the Great Wood. But brigands and traitors have taken these woods, and I cannot fulfill his wish. This is as far as I go. But there are good-hearted souls in this world, and I pray the Maker sends us one who may journey where I cannot. Andraste will look well upon one who hears a widow's plea. With broken heart, Widow Karen. Well, I'm too busy claiming this statue for the Inquisition. Andraste's path was difficult, as was ours, but we did not falter as she did not, and we will be rewarded just as she was. Oh, I could actually just fast travel to this camp. Like, I don't actually have to walk all that way. And let's grab this shard. Fantastic. All right, Now, instead of collecting shards, let us go to Watcher's Reach, talk to Fairbanks, see if the war effort against the freemen need to proceed any further.
You saved my people. We'd given them up for dead. Perhaps the stories are true.
I need to be going.
Good day, then. Any news, Inquisitor?
The freemen have been defeated.
They hurt so many of my people. Now it's finally over. Thank you. Perhaps with the freemen gone, we can find a proper home. Algon's lodge was always well situated. Inquisitor,
I need to be going.
I'll be here.
Unless you're over in Argon's Lodge, because of its situation. What is sold over here? Nothing. Nah. I am not impressed by many of these things.
I'm standing because of you. I've little to give, but I'll always be grateful.
Inquisitor, you saved Gertrude and the others. Thank you so much. This is bold of me, but if I could have a moment.
What do you need?
I'm here. What do you need?
This is about Fairbanks. There is a rumor that he is of noble blood. Once the war is over, many of us will return to serve our lords, to work our fields, raise our brats. Most of the aristocracy know little of the lives of commoners. They care nothing for us. Fairbanks is different. He is a great man. There is much he could do if he had the power. If the rumor is true, if Fairbanks is noble and we have proof.
They've got a man on the inside. That's basically what they're saying.
This rumor about Fairbanks being noble, what do you want me to do about it?
Oh, I don't mean to impose, but you travel all over the Dales, don't you? Perhaps if you found something that could help. I've written everything I know in my journal. You can look at it.
This rumor about Fairbanks being...
Oh, but I've written everything I know in my journal.
Goodbye.
All right, let's what are we going to do? We need to go to the Exalted Plains. And drop off the bear hides. All right, let's place the bear hides here. Are we done loading up their stuff? All right, we're actually
Welcome again, friend.
who are we supposed to talk to about Lauren? Oh yeah, you.
I don't believe it. You convinced the Keeper. He said I can join the Inquisition if I wish.
Keeper Howen has given you permission to join the Inquisition.
He has. I'll repart to your camp in the south, if that's all right.
Carry on,
You'll repot. All right, now... Yeah, there's always a requisition officer wanting to requisition things. Now let's go back to Skyhold and finish off the operation that I had started yesterday. The one in regards to the status of the magic in the Veil. That was an extension of activating all of those elven artifacts that Solus kept detecting. And that should mean that we're done with all of the operations available. Inquisitor, the experiment was a success, and these readings are remarkable. By overlaying the relative strength of the Veil over maps of Orlais and Ferelden, I have extrapolated points where small rifts are more likely to develop. This should let us deploy Inquisition forces more wisely while still protecting people who would otherwise be threatened by demons. In addition, I've located one node of possible interest in the hinterlands, a very large rift that is not yet opened. It may be worth investigating this area. Do we have more things to do in the hinterlands? Is that what's going on? Because I didn't see a... Do I have Philandrous? Have I acquired Philandrous in my journeys? No. Yeah, I guess we do have a new thing to do over there. All right, let's go do that. All right, so I've already been to this area. But it appears that this area might be doubling for, yep, for one more rift. Oh, hello. A pride demon. Attack my target, please. Alright, now that we're done being knocked down, let us disrupt the rift. Stun these demons. Okay. Cassandra, you can move slightly over there. Solus. We're in a very enclosed environment, so it is hard to zoom out. Oh, this is just a lesser terror. Oh, hold on. There's another pride demon. Ah. That was a waste of stealth. Excellent. All right, let's do one more thing today. And that is return to the Emerald Plains, Emerald Graves, should I say, and find the proof of his nobility. All right, so apparently the first piece of proof is inside this building. Not many people take the road where... Okay, we don't need to read about the whole Parendale War. Orlais heraldry and symbolism. Aimé Lemarque established this ancient house in the time of Emperor Cordelius Dracon. Sadly, the bloodline ended with Lord Guerre Lemarque, who disowned his only daughter Bernice. The shield of Lemarque bears a falcon volant on a field of sky blue and gold. The house's motto is, "To the sun on blessed wings." Fantastic. Very interesting. Everybody wants to know more. Alright, supposedly there is one more piece of info in this area. An old painting in a carved wooden frame. Paint has rubbed off in some places, carved into the back of the frame. Lord Guerre Lemarque. The portrait shows the lord as he must look over 40 years ago. He bears a striking resemblance to Fairbanks. Ah. And then I presume the next piece is just going to be in another part of... Yeah, we don't need to go into the mansion, which is its other separate area, its own instance. A midwife's journal. This time-worn diary was found amongst more valuable items. It is bound in leather and has a solid silver trim, which might be why it was saved. A few entries can still be made out. 16 herring, 9/8. This has been the coldest winter I can remember. Even the river is frozen. No one should be out there, not in this blizzard, so you can imagine my surprise when there was a knock on my gate. A young woman. She's looking for the Fairbanks cottage. I go out. I say to her, "Nothing fair about this weather, but yes, you're at the right place." She throws back her cloak and I see she is heavy, less than 2 weeks away. Please help. She is almost in tears. I bring her into the house and sit her by the fire with some tea and slippers. She is young, not more than 20. Her hands are smooth. They have not seen a day of work in her life. Her clothes are travel-stained but fine. The cloak must be worth at least 50 royals. Beautiful blue, trimmed with fox fur. Her name is Bernice, but she won't say more. Many girls come out here not wanting to say who they are. I understand. 25 herring, 9/8. Bernice has had the baby, a boy, healthy, full head of hair. She named him Averiste. She tried to pay me with a heavy gold locket, a falcon on its face. I asked her what it was. It looked valuable. She says it's her father's and she doesn't care to have it anymore. I tell her she might not, but her son might one day want to know where he's from. 1 Winter March, 9/9. A new year. Bernice should be healthy enough to leave, but it is still too cold, and I just cannot turn her out. I will ask her to stay and be my assistant. I have needed help for a while. My fingers are not as nimble as they used to be. Clever girl. She will make a fine apprentice. Wow, I got a belt. That sucks. Let's see. Who needed... Oh, they're on, to an interested party. I get to choose which interested party to present it to? Alright, I'm guessing I can present this to either Clara or...
Good day to you, Inquisitor.
Or, Fairbanks.
I hear you've been investigating my birth. You haven't found anything, have you?
I have proof.
You're the child of Lady Bernice Lemarque.
I know who I am. Will you give me what you found, please? Honestly, Clara's intentions are good, but she is young and idealistic. Clara believes that being noble gives you power, freedom. She's wrong. It is just another cage. She told you the story of Lord Giraud Lemarque. The man turned his back on his only child and murdered her one through love for appearances. I don't want to be entangled in that. I don't want Clara in it. Do you understand?
Why does his voice sound like a combination of Van Damme and Schwarzenegger? Like somewhere in between.
All right. Here's everything I found.
Thank you. This is best for everyone.
I need to be going.
Good day then.
That is a mysterious sketch. Alright. Let us go to the Grace Van camp. And that's where we're going to stop for the night. One of my rare attempts to stop playing while in the field. Though I think I might claim this logging stand and or quarry for the Inquisition. In the meantime, hold on. Damn it. Can we do something in Skyhold? Alright, let's see if there's something we can do for,
Of course. Inquisitor.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
Alright, it doesn't seem like there's anything we can do. Why is it announcing stuff for me? Oh well. I'm going to stop here for the night. Got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.